Hey YouTube, I'm Jess. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna talk about all of my favorite things from 2020. We're gonna talk about lifestyle favorites. So we have skincare, hair care, we have music, TV shows, clothing, accessories, all of the things in my life that were my favorites besides makeup. I do have a full 2020 makeup favorites video coming soon. So make sure you're subscribed if you wanna see that. I actually used all of my favorite products from 2020 to create this makeup look right here. So that video will be coming soon as well. Let's jump right into the video. Let's start with some skincare. So one of my absolute top 2020 products for this year is, of course, my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Are you surprised? So Magic Cream is a daily moisturizer. It is a moisturizer and a primer in one. Magic Cream changed my skin. You know, I never really believed in expensive skincare before. I just kind of thought, you know, it was like packaging and branding and it was the same as the skincare that you could get for a more affordable price. This changed my mind on that. I got given this as gratis from when I was working for the brand. And after I used it for a few months, I remember specifically being at my girlfriend's house and catching myself in the mirror at her house and just looking at my skin and being like, whoa, my skin looks amazing. It just looked dewy and fresh and glowy and smooth. Magic Cream has vitamin A, C, and E, hyaluronic acid. It has her patented BioNymph peptide, which helps the skin to naturally produce collagen. There's frangipani oil, there's rosehip oil, so it's really smoothing and calming. It's great for redness. I just find that this packs my skin full of moisture and it helps to keep it there throughout the day. It goes beautifully underneath makeup. It acts as a primer and makes all of the makeup that you put on top look smooth and fresh and keep it looking that way throughout the day. I just love it so much. I've been through so many of these. It's my favorite product from Charlotte Tilbury, and you guys know I love a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products. So this is like my absolute favorite go-to moisturizer. I've been using it all year and I love it so much. This is the Reversa Anti-Spot Night Care. This is a product that I tried out randomly that I actually picked up at Shoppers Drug Mart, which is one of the main drugstores here in Canada. I bought this during isolation. It was the first time I had kind of gone into a store besides a grocery store, and I really needed an exfoliator. I wanted a chemical exfoliator. My skin was starting to feel really built up and dry. I could tell that there was dead skin sitting on top of my nose, and I just really needed something to go in and break that all up. But Sephora wasn't open, and I just needed to be able to go in and grab something really quickly because we weren't staying at home. We were staying up at Will's family's cottage for the first 3 months of lockdown, and so I needed to be able to just go into a store and pick something up, and so Shoppers is what was open. I went in and I asked the girl at Shoppers because I didn't want to be like looking around. I just wanted something really quickly for a chemical exfoliator, and she recommended two to me, and this one was on sale, so I took this one. They had a daytime version of this as well, but I took the nighttime version because, yeah, I just wanted something a little bit more powerful. And the daytime one I was worried about because I didn't want to be using an acid on my skin in the morning and then going out into the sun. That could lead to some sun damage on my skin, so I wanted the nighttime one, and I have really absolutely fallen in love with this product. So first of all, this is a Canadian product that I am supporting a Canadian company by buying this and talking about this. I love this product for a couple of different reasons. Number one, it makes my skin feel so smooth. So it has 8% glycolic acid in it. And so when I put it on at night, if I have any texture, like any little bumpies, or if I have any dead skin built up and I put this on, I wake up in the morning and that is completely gone. Literally the other day, I had these little bumps that were starting to come up on the sides of my nose here. And so I just put this on right before I went to bed, woke up the next morning, gone. This is so good to help me control my acne. When I start having little breakouts, I'll put this on, and in the morning it's kind of dried everything out and reduced a lot of the redness and a lot of the inflammation. However, it doesn't make my skin feel dry or flaky. So like how it's being able to dry out my skin without making my skin feel dry is amazing to me. I also really like this because I have a little dark spot, a little sunspot on my skin. It started forming a few years ago and it's been getting darker and darker, and I've been noticing ever since I've been using this, it's actually been lightening and getting lighter and lighter, and I can tell that if I continue to use this product that it will actually completely fade that dark spot. And so that's one of the claims of this product, is that it will get rid of dark spots from the sun, and it absolutely does work for that. So I love this guy right here. I've had this for ages as well, like many months. I can't tell how much I have left, but yeah, it's still going strong, and I will for sure be repurchasing this once I use it up. It's become a staple in my skincare routine, and I can't see myself living without it. And then the last skincare product that I want to talk about today that I've absolutely loved loved in 2020 is the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. I don't actually have one to show you right now, but I'll pop up a picture of it. This cleanser has become so popular online that anytime I go to the store to buy it, it's sold out. So when I see it, I'm buying like multiples, or I'm buying the giant bottle because like I need it in my life, and when I don't have it, it's very sad. That's where we're at right now. I ran out recently, and when I went to go get it, they didn't have anything. What I love about this cleanser is, number one, how gentle it is. I don't like that squeaky clean feeling after I wash my face. If I wash my face and my fingers are like squeaking on my skin, I feel like a lot of people like that feeling. They think it makes their skin feel clean, but to me that just feels dry and stripped. So the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser does a great job of cleansing my skin without making it feel dry. I also do think that it's quite hydrating. Like for a cleanser, the fact that it only stays on my skin for a few seconds while I'm cleansing, I do find that it makes my skin just feel really nice and plump and soft. It does a great job of removing makeup, so I use it as a second step cleanser. I'll start with an oil cleanser, which will break up all the makeup on my skin, and then I'll use the CeraVe cleanser to remove the oil and the makeup from the cleansing oil. And it does a great job of removing everything and just leaving everything feeling fresh and clean. So I absolutely love that product so much, and will be picking it up again whenever I can find it in the store, because the internet, especially TikTok, went crazy on that, and now I just can't find it anywhere. Okay, so I have a few hair care products that I want to tell you guys about today. So this year compared to last year or previous years, my hair's been quite a bit more dry and damaged. I've been coloring my hair blonde for many years, which obviously is going to damage my hair, but I found this year the most out of any recent years that I've been dealing with a lot of breakage and a lot of really dry hair and split ends. So my hair care this year has really been focused on repairing, replenishing, rehydrating, and strengthening. So a couple of products that I've really enjoyed for that are these two from Kiehl's. These are kind of my holy grail shampoo and conditioner. This is the Kiehl's Damage Repairing and Rehydrating Shampoo and Conditioner. I really love these. I love how moisturizing they are for my hair, but they don't leave any kind of film on my hair. They don't weigh my hair down. You guys know when you use certain products on your hair, they leave waxes and things behind. So then when you go in with heat, your hair is like smoking. That never happens with these guys right here. They just do a great job of repairing my dry, damaged hair without leaving any kind of residue, without weighing it down, without making it feel oily. I just really love these so much. I've recommended them to a ton of people who also like them as well. They've just been really great products for me that I've used for many, many years. And this was the shampoo and conditioner that I used for majority of the first half of the year. And I just really, really love these products, and I've repurchased them many times. I also have a new addition to my hair care. We had our bathroom renovated this year, and I had put these away somewhere and I couldn't find them. And I did a photo shoot for my hairdresser, and she had given me a little swag bag, and in that swag bag were these guys right here. So this is the R&Co Super Garden CBD shampoo and conditioner. She's been trying to get me on the R&Co game forever. She loves this brand. I never went for it because, first of all, I had the Kiehl's products that I love, but also this is a pricier brand and you don't get very much product in here. However, after having been given these for free by her and trying them out, I totally understand where she's coming from, and in the future I would definitely repurchase or try out some other things from this brand because of how much I love this product. I have never used a shampoo and conditioner like this before. These give my hair so much volume. Like, that's another thing that I always kind of thought was fake, is when like shampoos and conditioners or like products in general would say that they were volumizing. Whenever I would use those kinds of products, I would never actually experience any volume in my hair. But the first time I used this, and every time since, I am shocked by the amount of volume that I get from my hair. So whether I let my hair air dry, whether I blow dry it, whether I curl it, I get so much volume and bounce out of my hair from using these products. I also find that these make my hair really soft and bouncy. So these are the shampoo and conditioner that I'm using right now. I'm gonna use them up before I switch back to the Kiehl's, just because I've really, really loved using them. I did end up finding the Kiehl's obviously after I had broken into these ones and been using them for a while, but it just makes my hair so soft. Again, it doesn't leave any kind of residue. I just love them. I've really, really been enjoying them, and yeah, I'm super happy I got to try them out and experience something new and see my hair do something and act in a way that it has never really done before. It's been really cool to know that if you pay a little bit more for a product, you're gonna actually get what it says that it does and get what you pay for, if you get me. The other thing about the fact that there's not a ton of product in here is that you don't really need a ton of product. One of the hairdressers that I follow on Instagram, she did a post one day talking about how a lot of drugstore or more affordable hair care products like shampoos and conditioners, they have a ton of water in them, and so you have to use a lot more of the product in order to get your hair to feel clean or in order to get your hair to feel conditioned, whereas a product like this, it doesn't have as much water pumped into it, so you can use less product and get a really good result from it. So even though there's less in there, it would probably last as long as using a product that has more in it, because you have to use more of the product that has more in it because of all the water, if that makes sense. And then the last hair care product that I want to talk about is another one from Kiehl's. This is the Olive Fruit Oil Deeply Reparative Hair Mask. I went through one of these this year and then I purchased another one. I tried to use a couple of different masks in between and they just didn't cut it for me. I came back to this guy. I love this guy. This is a hair mask that's for dry and damaged, undernourished hair. So what I like to do with this is I'll put it into my damp hair after I wash it and I'll leave it in for as long as I can. So whether that's overnight or sometimes over quarantine, I've been able to leave it in my hair for a couple of days because I'm not going anywhere. Why does it matter? Then when I rinse it out and style my hair, I definitely notice a difference. My hair will feel so much softer. It'll be so much shinier. It just really comes to life. And I can tell that this product is really helping to nourish my undernourished hair. So if you're looking for a hair mask for dry, damaged hair, if you have curly hair and you don't want something that's gonna weigh it down, this is a great one. I've really loved this and I highly recommend it. So just a couple of like lifestyle, fashion-y type things. The first thing that I want to mention is these guys right here that I'm wearing, these earrings. So I got these little croissant-y hoops from American Eagle in the summer. I just picked up a little pack of earrings from them. They were super cheap, really affordable. I really enjoyed playing around with more affordable jewelry this year. I just love that you can get jewelry that's on trend for such an affordable price. I feel like jewelry goes through trends really quickly, and so a lot of the jewelry that I have from just a couple of years ago, I wouldn't wear now because I'm just not into it anymore. So I like the idea of buying jewelry that's more affordable. I have worn these to death. I've worn them all summer. I just feel like they're so cute and chic, and yeah, I've just really loved them. They've been an absolute favorite of mine for this year. If I can find them on the website, I'll link them down below. I'm not sure if they'll still be on there, but yeah, they've been really great and I've loved wearing them so much. The other like fashion item that I want to talk about is my Lululemon Aligns. So this year I've probably worn jeans a total of like 10 times in the entire year, and I'll literally put them on and then take them off as quickly as possible and put my Lululemon Aligns back on. If you guys don't know what Lululemon Aligns are, they are a legging from Lululemon that is supposed to be like a barely there legging. So it's supposed to feel like you're not even wearing pants at all. And I can confirm there are times where I'm like, am I wearing pants? Like, they're so thin and lightweight. They're so soft. They're super stretchy. I've had mine for quite a few years now. I have a black pair that is like my go-to everyday legging that I literally wear every single day. And then I have a green pair that I reserve more for working out. Both pairs have lasted me for a super long time. I will say they definitely start to pill. Like my green ones pill between the legs and my black ones are pilling like all over. But I wear them every day and I've been wearing them for years. So, you know, if they're gonna be soft and they're gonna be super comfortable and they're gonna be super flattering and they're gonna be like a go-to everyday legging, I'm not mad at a little bit of pilling. The other thing is we were just at Will's mom's place recently and she had this little machine that is just like a little handheld depiller, and you just like go along and it like depills your clothes for you. And when I used that on my Lululemon pants, they just became like new. So, all of that pilling is gone and now they just look like a fresh pair of Aligns. So if you have something like that, then you don't even have to worry about the pilling. They are by far the best legging I've ever tried, ever worn. I love them for working out. I love them for casual wear. I just think they're so flattering, amazing, soft, stretchy, all of the good stuff. And they are for sure one of my favorite products from 2020 in this lifestyle category. Loungewear, you know, that's what it's been about this year. Okay, so I just want to talk about a little bit of music favorites as well. I have 3 albums written down that I've really listened to a ton this year and that I really enjoyed. I'm a big music person and the way I like to listen to music is in albums. So I'm not a big like playlist person. For sure for like parties and things, I love a good playlist, but when I'm listening to music by myself, I like to listen to albums. I like to just go through the whole album, listen to it as a set. I like things to be cohesive or tell a story or have like a really distinct sound. I'm just like really into albums. So the 3 albums that I loved this year that I listened to the most were number 1, Changes by Justin Bieber. I've always been a Justin Bieber fan. Changes was something different for him. It was a little bit less poppy, obviously still pop music, but a little bit less like dancey and upbeat from some of his previous albums. The single was Yummy, and that put me off the album before it came out because I just like wasn't into that song. And I know a lot of my friends, once the album came out, when I was asking them like, oh, have you guys listened to the new Justin Bieber album? They were like, no, like Yummy was so terrible. Like they didn't even give the album a chance. But the rest of the album is so good. And when you listen to Yummy, like in the album, it's not as annoying. It's not as bad. It just fits right in there. I just really loved that album. I listened to it a ton, especially when we were in isolation and lockdown at the beginning of the year. Yeah, that was a favorite album of mine. Another one was Taylor Swift, Folklore. So I like Taylor Swift, you know, I'm a Taylor Swift fan, I'm a Taylor Swift gal. I wouldn't call myself a Swiftie. I'm not like a diehard Taylor Swift fan. There are a lot of them out there and that's not me. I definitely, like, in my younger years went through like a hater phase with Taylor Swift, but she has definitely grown on me over the years, and I love some of her upbeat pop songs from previous years. Like, obviously she has some amazing singles. Folklore really took me by surprise. Everybody was going crazy for it. I was excited for it to come out, and the first time I listened to it, I was out on my bike and I was biking home from having dinner with my friends in the summer. So I was on my bike, it was summer, the sun was setting, it was nighttime, and I was listening to Folklore, and it was just epic. Like it was literally the perfect time to listen to that album for the first time. It just carried me home. It's a lot more sort of singer-songwriter. There's sort of she tells different stories through her music, and it's a little bit more chill and a lot less like poppy and upbeat than a lot of her previous music that she's come out with in the past. And the first time I listened to it through, you know, it was really atmospheric and vibey and I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was something that I was going to go back to. And then I found myself going back to it over and over and over again. I listened to that album a ton. She just came out with the sister album, Evermore, which I've only listened to twice, and I need to like listen to a few more times to see how I feel about it. But yeah, I loved Folklore. If you're not a Taylor Swift fan or you haven't been in the past, give it a go because it's very different from her. And yeah, I really loved it this year. And then the last album that I want to talk about is by Charli XCX. The album is called Charli. The way I found out about this album is Will and I were watching Anthony Fantano, who is this amazing YouTuber who does music reviews on his channel. He's like an expert, he has millions of followers. He's really cool. It's one of the channels that Will and I actually watch together. There aren't many of them. Anthony Fantano ranked Charli XCX's album as like his album of the year. That must have been for last year. And we were kind of surprised because like I had never really heard of her before, or I didn't really know who she was. I hadn't heard of the album, and I started to listen to it, and I was really surprised that Anthony Fantano like went for this album as his #1 album, because it's very poppy, but it's really different. She has a really unique sound. Her songs are super catchy. I really loved going for runs with it in the spring and summer. I loved working out to it. It was just really nice and upbeat and fun and different, and a really fun pop album from someone who I had never listened to before. And it was definitely one of my most listened to albums of the year. So check it out if you haven't already. I don't know like why people don't really know about her, but she's amazing. She's great. The album is a ton of fun. Okay, so then the last thing that I want to talk about today is like some TV shows and movies and things. Actually, I think I only have TV shows written down. This has been the year of Netflix and trying to find things to watch on TV. We've gone through so many TV shows, so many movies. We've been through so much. It's hard to even remember what we watched. I kind of struggled, and I asked Will to like try and help jog my memory of things that we watched this year, and we just kind of struggled to come up with things. I'm sure there's more than these 3 things that we watched that I love that I would want to talk about in this video, but I just can't think of them. The 3 shows that I can think of that I want to talk about are #1, Broadchurch. So Broadchurch is a UK-based detective show. We really enjoyed it. We went through all of the seasons. It's very suspenseful. We love the accents. It's just so much fun to watch. We got really into it and really enjoyed it. And because of Broadchurch, we kind of ventured out into some other UK sort of crime drama shows. We watched a bunch of them. Some of them we liked more than others. Another one that we recently started watching that I had been recommended a bunch of times that we finally just got into is Line of Duty. So really similar show, like a UK crime investigation show. I don't know what it is about like the UK crime dramas, but they're just so good. So we've been loving Line of Duty recently. We're actually only on season 4 right now. But yeah, we've been really loving that one, so I wanted to mention it today too. And then the other show that came to mind was the Queens Gambit. I know the Queens Gambit like blew up online and everybody was watching it. Will and I, when we were in isolation during the spring up at the cottage, were playing a lot of chess. There wasn't a ton of stuff to do up there and they had a chessboard. And so Will and I were playing chess like most days. And we kind of got really into it. When we came home, the Queen's Gambit came out and it was kind of like kismet. Like it was like, oh, we recently like got into chess and now there's this TV show about chess. And so we watched it with like low expectations. We kind of watched it before all of the buzz and the hype came out. It really took us by surprise. It's such a good show. The hair and the makeup and the sets, I loved the sets and the props and everything around the show. I just felt was so well done. The character was so amazing. The acting was amazing. The story was amazing. Just everything about it. It was such a great show. It was put together so well. And so when we were thinking of like favorite shows for the year, that was definitely one that came to mind for me. All right, you guys, so when it comes to lifestyle favorites, I feel like I could go on forever and ever. There are so many things that I love that bring me joy in my day-to-day life, but those are kind of the main things that I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that more people can see it too. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss the full face of makeup favorites that I have coming out later this month. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.